So the Smart Cane, or the IC project, as the students have coined it, is a fairly new project. It's only been going on for about a month or so. It's developed in a course in the physical computing class where we spent half the semester doing rapid fire learning of some of the fundamentals, electronics, some software embedded programming to control electronics, and some 3D printing. And then open up the second half of the semester for, okay, let's build something in teams that's an assisted device, something that's going to help somebody with disabilities. So that team came up with that project on their own. So it's a fairly new project, it's an early prototype stage. As part of that, though, it's already been sparking a lot of conversations of, one, what technology is already out there that, what have people done, what can we do that's really unique, and we've also acquired through donation a piece of equipment that's actually Google Tango, which enables us to map an indoor space. So we can create a 3D model of a floor of a building, for instance, or a building at the university, and that opens up a ton of applications of, all right, if you have a model of an indoor space and you have some sort of wearable computing technology, it's not too many steps away from being like, how can you end up allowing somebody who's visually impaired to be able to navigate through that space with because the idea is to eventually say you don't need a cane. You can have something mounted on you that's going to be able to help kind of navigate you through the space.
Amanda took last semester I was her TA, and she was helping. John was helping her with because she couldn't see the board obviously, and I think she switched to an informatics major now, so she's in contact with John all the time. And now I think she saw the project. I think John contacted her from the Disability Resource Center, and we contacted them and we were in emails with them, and she heard about the project and she came to visit to help us out, especially.
This is a standard, walking stick for and this certain actually has a rotatable ball, which means instead of dragging the stick back and forth, you can actually control it. And what we're doing is that we're taking this proximity sensor here, and what this does is that it detects objects or distance between the sensor and the object. It can detect up to about 13 feet as far as how wide the cone is of distance where it picks up objects from but the whole goal is to attach this to say, yay high to the with a casing actually that would hold this. And what it would do is that if somebody was walking, if a blind person was walking with a cane and picked up anything in distance, the speaker here, or we're using this for the sake of prototype, it's a little speaker, it would make a pinging sound that would alert, that would go faster and faster depending on how close an object is picked up with the sensor. The speaker would probably go up here or something because in terms of sound it's not that loud, so we want to make sure that whoever's using it is able to properly hear it for the sake of just prototyping. But the whole idea is that it's just supposed to pick up objects in an easier fashion than using just a straight up cane and detect objects that you may not know. And I want to say the distance we're trying to get it ideally for the standard maybe about 8 feet if you're walking at the standard, average speed. Because you don't want to be able to really pick up anything 13 feet away when you'd be picking up something that's maybe 5 feet closer to you. You don't have mixed signals with it. But again, the difficulties come with you don't know how wide the radius is of the sensor, and that becomes a little problem to work with. And also different ideas such as maybe you could put a vibration sensor instead of sound, or maybe you could put multiple sensors, but that's something that is more down the road than what we're trying to actually do. And hopefully it works.
I really enjoy our project, definitely. And in the future, I actually just talked to her. She has issues going for months, and we don't have the proper technology yet to detect how fast, how close something is that quickly just yet, but we're looking to get it working so that somebody can do it with the first quality.
So the future for this project is to affect as many people as we can. I look at it going beyond this project and going into assisted devices in general. The physical computing class is focused on technology for assisted devices. That's for people with disabilities. So it could be a hand, but it can also be like a smart cane or some sort of indoor navigation for somebody who's blind. It could be something for somebody who has Alzheimer's and you need to be able to find them when they get lost in a crowded supermarket or mall, which has happened to a couple of students, grandparents in the class, and they decided to develop a technology that can help find them and have an early notification if they start wandering off in a public space. Things like that, where right now a lot of those are conceptual or early prototype stage, but there's a lot, I'm a big fan of projects that are going to have a positive social impact, as well as a very dynamic multidisciplinary learning component, and a lot of assistive devices are a big opportunity in that front. It's something that helps people. It has a social entrepreneurship angle. It has a potential commercial entrepreneurship angle. It has, benefits the community, gets the community involved, it provides a great learning experience for the students. And so I see it going beyond the hands and using this makerspace as a creative space that's going to be integrated into course curriculum here at the university, and is going to, open up all sorts of new creative applications that are going to affect real people and make a difference. And I kind of an add-on to that is, a lot of times, people are fortunate in a developed country like the United States to be able to have much better access to medical equipment and some sort of enabling technologies. The developed world, that can very often be extremely rare, and as the cost of producing certain things goes down, even if it's not at the level of a medical grade device, I think there's a lot of opportunity to help folks in the developing world that are struggling to just have some of the most primitive types of medical devices.
It's definitely more of a prototype and an idea that it'll be working for the purposes that's supposed to serve. We're not the expectation that maybe it'll be more so than it could be with like vibration sensor, maybe like a sound sensor. It's definitely out there as an idea, and but as it stands, we just want to make it known that the technology for something like this idea does exist, and maybe it can be expanded upon later in the future.